So today I'm going to review the Glock 26. I'm going to tell you the 5 things I like about the Glock 26 and the 5 things I do not like about this gun. The first thing I like about this pistol, I love pocket pistols, and that's exactly what this is. You can stick it in your pocket, you don't really need a holster. So it's really convenient to carry, and it doesn't weigh that much either. With the polymer frame, it's actually pretty light. The second thing I like about this pistol is that it's an adequate caliber for self-defense, 9mm. It's not a 45 or a 10, but 9mm will get the job done. It's a caliber that most police agencies carry, so it'll get the job done. The third thing I like about this pistol is that it's fairly reliable. This pistol has only maybe jammed a couple times since I've owned it. I love reliability. I love guns that are reliable, and a Glock is definitely reliable. The fourth thing I like about this pistol is that it has a 10-round magazine, and the magazine well is actually compatible with magazines for the Glock 17. You could put a 33-round magazine in here. Yeah, it's going to look a little bit weird, but you got 33 rounds. You can use all the magazines that the Glock 17 will use, so that's actually very convenient. You know, if you lose your primary gun and this is your backup, you can, and you still have your magazines for your primary gun, you can use those magazines in your backup gun. So that's really nice. The fifth thing that I like about the Glock 26 is the internal safety mechanisms. The only external safety is right here on the trigger, but it has many internal safety mechanisms. That means this gun is not going to fire unless you intend to fire it. You can say, oh, I didn't mean to pull the trigger. Well, that's on you. But as long as you don't pull the trigger, this gun will not go off. So those are the 5 things that I like about this gun. Now I'm going to tell you the 5 things that I do not like about this gun. Now, if you've seen my other Glock reviews, there's a couple common themes here. I don't like plastic. I hate that Glock is made out of plastic. They could, you know, make it out of titanium or something. Why plastic? Anyway, I don't get it, but whatever. They make it out of plastic so that it's a $600 gun instead of a $2,000 gun. If you want to pay less for your gun, this is what you get. You get a plastic gun. The second thing I hate about the Glock is this crazy, horrible trigger pull. It's long, it's grimy, it's just uncomfortable. Try this experiment. If you've got a Glock, try a couple 33-round magazines, shoot them as fast as you can, and by the end, tell me if your finger's not tired. I'm pretty darn sure that your finger's gonna be really tired. You do that with like a 1911, you can shoot all day long with a 1911. The single action trigger on a 1911 does not fatigue your finger like the double action trigger does on a Glock. And also, when the trigger releases a striker, it jerks the gun, and so you have a less accurate shot. Whereas with a single action trigger on a 1911, it doesn't jerk. It's nice, crisp, boom, your sights stay on target, no jerking. Number 3 thing that I do not like about this gun, so this being a smaller frame pistol, you're going to feel more recoil from this pistol than you would if you were shooting a 1911, even though you're shooting the same cartridge. That's a downside. You know, it's something that most people who are using a smaller gun, they understand that, but they know that, they accept it, they deal with it. And that is something you have to deal with when you choose a smaller gun. The 4th thing that I do not like about this gun, the grip that it comes with, there's nowhere for the finger. So that also reduces accuracy because you're not able to hold the gun as steady. If you use like the Glock 17 magazine, then there's a place where you put your pinky. But as is off the shelf, there's really nowhere to put your pinky, and that also reduces accuracy. The 5th thing that I do not like about this gun, because this pistol is shorter, the sights are closer together, that leads to less accuracy. It's not significantly less accurate, but you do see the difference when you shoot this versus a full-size pistol, be it a Glock 17 or a 1911 version. You just don't want to have a firefight that's 100 feet away, because you're probably not going to hit your target with this. So those are the 5 things I like about it, and the 5 things that I do not like about it. I hope this review has been helpful. I do honestly believe that there's good and bad in every design, and it's important to review both the good and bad so you can make a proper evaluation on whether or not that gun is right for you and your particular use case. Before we go shooting, I need you to do me a favor really quick. It's really simple. See that subscribe button down there? Please click it. When you click that subscribe button, it actually helps me to produce better videos. Now let's go shoot this gun, okay? So now we're going to shoot this gun, the 10 rounds in the magazine, the 1 round in the chamber. We're shooting these Blazer 115 gray 9mm cartridges, okay? Let's see how accurate we can be on the target. It looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got 2 outside the target, 1 on the line, and the rest, which would be 8, inside the target from 50 feet away. I did better on this one than I did on my full-size 9. I think the big difference was it was very cold. It was super cold. It was like 30 degrees. I think right now it's 40 degrees and it's making a big difference, it looks like. I think that's pretty good with this little 9mm. I think we can say this is a very good, accurate pistol. I really like how very little kick this has for me. 10mm is not too bad, but I feel like I'm able to rapidly get on target with this faster than the 10mm. We're going to shoot all the targets. We're going to shoot a whole bunch of rounds at the middle targets with the Glock 26 9mm, okay? It's going to be fun shooting at this little pistol. Let's see how accurate I can be with this little pistol. That was a lot of fun, but I much prefer shooting the 45, you know, like the Glock 41 or my Glock 40, you know, the 10mm. This doesn't punch as hard. Feels like it punches about half as hard. It's a lot cheaper than shooting those other rounds. So now we're going to shoot the Hornady 9mm. We're going to shoot this. I think it'll go through 4 gallons of water. It's not as powerful as the 45 or the 10, but it's smaller, which gives it greater penetration power. So let's see what happens, okay? That never gets old. I love it. Okay, let's check it. Looks like 10mm, 45, 9mm, all like to land in the same 4th bottle of water. That's a pretty little flower, isn't it? It doesn't have the jagged edges that the 45 had though, and it's a smaller diameter than the 45. Let me know if you want it. I might send it to you.